Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Board gives SSL 10 days to return missing funds. Lawyers representing Usain Bolt has written to Stocks and Security Limited SSL, giving the company 10 days to return millions of US dollars to him. Reporters have confirmed that the law firm of Freeta Ennis and Garden has indicated to the security dealers that on October 31, 2022, the balance in Bolt's account was US 12 million plus, but it has now been depleted to just over US $12,000. According to the law firm, if the full US 12 million is not paid in the next 10 days, it will take civil and criminal action. 3 narrowly escaped injuries in Mandeville crash. 3 people narrowly escaped serious injuries following a 2-vehicle crash on Manchester Road in Mandeville on Tuesday afternoon. The crash involved a Suzuki Swift and a Toyota Wish. It's reported that shortly before 1 p.m., the Toyota Wish was exiting Mayday Road on Manchester Road when the collision happened. The Suzuki Swift, which was reportedly traveling towards Northern Caribbean University, overturned. The occupants of both vehicles, 3 people including a child, escaped serious injuries. Police say the intersection of Manchester Road and Mayday Road is accident-prone. After almost 6 years of intensive studies, the government has developed a strategy which will fundamentally change Jamaica's approach to municipal waste management within the coming months.
In 2016, when we took office, I empaneled an enterprise team to study this issue of waste management in Jamaica. And it has taken us almost 6 years to reach to the point where we have done all the studies necessary, the environmental studies, the economic studies, the financial studies, to come up with a strategy that is going to transform municipal waste management in Jamaica, to move it from the deplorable state that it is in to one in which we can all be proud. What will that entail? Well, we're going to be developing what we call a total waste management system. It is an integrated system which will see a long-term concession to construct a waste-to-energy plant in Jamaica. Effectively, we will create a market for waste. So we will be creating a circular economy in waste, because the waste will become feedstock for electricity generation. So very soon, waste will have value. We will close the retirement dump and the Riverton City dump. And we will, through a public-private partnership, construct a sanitary landfill in the center of the island. We have identified the lands already, and the studies have been done, and we intend to go to market very soon to find a partner who will construct and operate. We will also give a long-term concession for the collection of waste and the building of transfer stations. And by the end of this month, Cabinet will get the business case for all these operations for us to approve. And once the business case is approved, then we go to the RFP process, that is a request for proposal. In other words, we go to market. We have done a sounding already of investors, and that has been very successful. This is an area that is maturing, and there are many investors who have turnkey operations who want to come and do the entire thing. It also means that the NSWMA will change its mode of operation from being a collector and manager of landfills and collector of waste, the NSWMA will now become the enforcement arm of governments. And so their operations, I was afforded some downtime today, and I took the opportunity to do some jogging, a little running. I was so impressed with the area, pristine, some woodlands are there. And as I was running, I couldn't help but notice that right on the side of the road was a fast food box and a plastic cup just thrown down in all this pristine miles of grass and woodland. Someone had no appreciation for it, no care for it, and just threw it down. It is a reflection on all of us. It is a signal of the deterioration of values in our society. But it is also a telling tale of the breakdown of our education system. As a person, I could not bring myself to do it. And I'm sure all of you in this room could not bring yourself to do it. What is the distinguishing factor? A large part of that is your core values and respect for the environment, respect for cleanliness, respect for civic and public order. And you probably would have gotten it through your church, you probably would have gotten it through your parenting, but you certainly would have gotten it through your education system. So when we speak about the transformation of the education system, this is what we're talking about. How do we get our children to appreciate these values? Because that is what it is about at its core. How do we transform their value system from the crude caterpillar they are to butterflies that they can be? Beautiful. And that, outside of the billions of dollars that we will have to spend on infrastructure to solve our waste management problem, that alone would take us 90% of the way. We are also engaged in a transformation of our legal and penalty systems. So we're changing our laws to have stronger penalties to reflect the priority that all Jamaicans place on public order and public safety and security. But it will look something like this. For capital murder, the penalty is death. If not applied, then life without parole. For non-capital murder, the penalty will now be, our proposal, the penalty would now be 45 years to life, or rather, life imprisonment, and you must serve 45 years before consideration of parole. There is no question that somewhere over these many years, murderers have gotten it into their minds that the penalty for murder is not the death penalty. They have gotten it into their minds that the penalty for murder is not life imprisonment. And that somehow, with a good lawyer, they will be back out on the street to enjoy their life. Our penalty remains. If you take a life and you're convicted of such, your useful life.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.